Hey YouTube, Brandon here with Ikson Reptiles. I've taken a little bit of a break from YouTube as I want the content to be more animal relating than a tips and tricks channel. While I do find that information extremely valuable, I do find it is a little bit exhausting to come up with different things every single week, and I often worry that I'm going to be repetitive because I feel like I would echo kind of the same thoughts, and there's only so many ways to do that without it being, well, boring. With that out of the way, I do want to discuss something that I am passionate about, and that is paving your own path. There is 100% something to say about the projects that a lot of people are working on because, well, they are popular. The biggest issue is if everyone is working that project, who is the customer base? Also, where are you going to get animals that are going to help expand your projects? There is, in my opinion, an oversaturation of certain projects, and that's where you see an overall drop of value from those projects last year into this year. A lot of those same animals within those projects that last year and the years prior would have basically left the racks very early are now sitting on Morph Market in numbers, which brings up an interesting concept between pricing and value. Price is basically an arbitrary number that we have assigned. The value is overall determined by what the customer is willing to pay based on their needs. The value the customer has to outweigh the price that that animal is currently listed for. Now, sure, it could be argued that there are several animals and several projects that you could not overpay for, but that also implies that you have animals in your racks that are going to help you see those projects through to the very best of your potential. When I talk about paving your own path, I'm basically talking about thinking ahead and anticipating interest in either that project or other projects into the future. And this is where being creative and thinking differently comes into place. What fun would it be if it's just me talking? Now I'm going to show you some animals. Now you might be looking at this and think, well, that looks like a regular ultramel. And you would be right. This is a beautiful and large ultramel. She has done well for me and is always a pleasure to look at. With that said, she's also important. Having a girl like this in your collection can help when you have something unique and want to tinker with and try something new. This animal here is a black adder, which from what I have found is an incomplete dominant mutation from Europe. They often have connected and exaggerated alien heads down the body and often hold a lot of contrast. Now, the reason I showed the ultramel girl is because if you find yourself in a situation to get something like this boy, you can raise him up, pair him up with a simple single, double, or even triple recessive, and you're able to quickly plug and play a new or untapped incomplete dominant morph right into your projects. Supers, the next thing I really want to touch on. With so many people working clown projects, and most of those clown projects including something like black pastel or yellow belly, it is only a matter of time before people are accidentally producing either solid black or solid white snakes. And then all of your hard work is basically covered up. When you are working with animals with viable and unique supers that don't blank out a snake, you're left with a lot more versatility. Much like this snake, a super hurricane hypo. This animal has so much potential and can be crossed into a variety of projects to create new and exciting things, and not just clown. Changing the coloration into xanthic, ultramel, or even monarch would add extra dimension to this project, not to mention if you wanted to exaggerate the pattern even more by mixing in puzzle, or even a double super by making pieces to go toward a super hurricane, super gravel. Creativity will get you a lot further than following the herd. Tell me in the comments below if this is something that you agree with, and if you like some exciting and unique projects that you are working on. Be sure to check out the links in the description. Follow us on Instagram, as well as Morph Market to find an animal for a new or existing project. Thanks again for taking your time to watch this video, and we'll see you in the next one.